Hello, how are you? Nandito ako pa kanina ko pa kayo kausap eh.
Can we have a little bit of your day off for a short interview?
Yes, of course. So this is more for a formal type, yeah?
A little.
All right.
Okay. First, could you please introduce yourself and share a bit about the work you do abroad?
I'm Jeanette Lozano, mother of Andrea and Angela. That's the main thing about me. I was an engineer in Philippines, electronics and communications engineer. I taught universities, engineering students and comp sci students in Philippines. But here, I work as a carer, mainly as a private carer to different lovely ladies.
So, how long have you been working as an overseas Filipino worker?
This will be a shock to you. I've been working here for 19 years on January 2025. Never went back to Philippines. So it will be difficult for me to tell you about my journey here.
What inspired you to pursue your current job or field of work?
It was unexpected, actually. The inspiration came late. It just happens that I met a lady, a lovely, lovely lady who has Alzheimer's. And when she saw me, we just clicked. I think it was destiny that I am here. And then she saw me and she said, "Will you look at me?" So I said straight away.
What motivated you to make the decision to work abroad?
Also unexpected. Ever since I didn't want to work abroad because I said I'm going to use my intelligence and my talent and my gift in Philippines. But it just happens that I was granted a visa and I'm here. And when I was here, instead of lying around at home in a cold winter night, my sister said, "Why don't you do a part-time job?" So I babysat while I have in Birmingham, like 2 hours away from here. So I babysat and I earned few pounds every hour, and then when I sent them to Philippines and they were converted to pesos, they were a lot. So I must say, like everybody else, it's financial gain.
When you first moved, what were some of the initial challenges you encountered?
To be honest, I came here December. So December is a very winter season. It's a winter season. So when I came here, it was very, very, very cold. 0 degrees. That's the first one. And my back was aching because of the cold. And also in winter, sunset is 3:30 p.m. That means that's already dark. And sunrise is 9 or 10 p.m. So these are long nights. And another challenge is homesickness. Homesickness, that means I was crying every night because I miss my children. But because I was able to earn money, so I managed to buy cards. You know, these cards were in phone cards wherein I can call my family. So one, like a £5 phone card cost 400 pesos that time. That means 19 years ago. So that's a lot of money. And I have three of them so I'd be able to communicate to my children. Wherein Angel was only 1 year old that time and Tintin was 6 years old. So they were so cute that time. So I miss them and I always want to call them and I'm very, very, very homesick.
In your experience, what have been some of the positive aspects of living and working abroad?
Well, in general, the positive aspects of living abroad, of course, the reason why we're here is financial gain. That means I was able to provide for my family, to send my children to credible schools like AUF. Both of them are in AUF. You know that it's very expensive to send your students to credible universities, but I'm happy that they're able to study there and stay in a dorm. And and give them comfortable life, to be able to help my parents for their health expenses, and to be able to help my my sisters and my nieces and nephews. That's it, really. Anything else? I think you know.
Has living abroad influenced your views on Filipino culture and values? If so, how?
A lot. Negative and positive. Shall we start with positive? Positive cultures. Well, I admire Filipinos because everywhere you go here, there are a lot of Filipinos, especially the hospitals and nursing homes, because they said Filipinos are more compassionate and caring. You know, when you see how they care for people, they do it with their whole heart, and they're very honest. So when people meet me, or when people are asking for carers or cleaners, or because they know that I am a Filipino, the first person that they ask is, "Do you know any Filipino who would like to work with me?" That's a very positive cultural value, and I hope we don't lose that. But on the other hand, some Filipinos who stayed here for a long time are to take advantage of it. So there was one bad viral video wherein a carer was videoed by the family of a lady, and they saw in the video that they hurt her, or they what do you call it? They did a lot of negative things to her while they were cleaning her, and I was affected by that. When somebody saw me, he saw that I'm a Filipino. He judged me right away. He said, "You Filipinos are bad." So I had to explain to him, "No, you're misinterpreting, or you misjudge us. He's just one bad egg." And the next negative values, Filipino, very, very negative. I'm not used to Filipino time anymore. British people are very punctual. And I got that. So when I get some Filipino carers to relieve me, instead of them coming at 9 o'clock, sometimes they come 9:10, or sometimes coming just on the dot 9 o'clock. They don't give themselves to get ready. I would have appreciated if they came 8:45. That means 8:45. So at least I can discuss things with her, and then they can get ready and settle before they start working. And values. What else? Polite. People here. I know we are polite. But people here. I don't know kung meron pa tayo nun. Kasi like here, pag pumunta ka sa bus stop, may dadat ng kantao, and they know that alam mo na sila yung first, kahit hindi ka nakapila, pauunahin mo silang sumakay sa bus. And also when paying or in any place, we call it queuing or falling in line is very important. So there's more respect and politeness there. And the most important as well is we have a very close family knit. So that means Filipinos are more caring with their families, and kahit second cousin mo, ako kahit hindi ko kamag-anak, tinatawag kong auntie, and then my employer said, why are you calling her auntie? Because I respect her, and then especially yung pagmamano as well, yeah, that's important, saying po. That's it really.
Looking back, are there any decisions you regret or would make differently?
This is the thing that I always try to forget, because lagi kong nilalagay sa sarili ko na you shouldn't regret anything kasi everything happens for a reason. Regret, hindi siguro, because being here, I learned a lot, and I managed to give my family a comfortable life. Hindi lang siguro, it would have been nice kung I was able to raise my children, I was able to be there for my children physically, but because of new technology, every day I can call them. I think I must have spent a lot from datas and getting proper smartphones, but I'm happy because they were brought up properly by my family. Everybody's so proud of them. Thank you so much to you both. And you wouldn't expect that for a parent who was away for 19 years would have children like you, both honors, both scholars, very respectful, very loving and caring to the family. But if you'll see, I hope you'll learn from these lessons, because I work in a community where there are lots of Filipinos working abroad. So I managed to help. To meet other people who works. So, ano kasing question?
Are there any decisions you regret?
No. I think for them, they would have regretted to leave their children. For me, it's okay because hindi ako masyadong naparusahan kasi mababait ang mga anak ko. Yung iba, hirapan sila because sometimes when they tell stories about their children, some children got married early, na drugs, because there were no parents who was with them. And I felt sorry for them. But for me, I'm very fortunate and blessed to have my children. Like, mababait. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Mother. Next question. What are the most important lessons you've gained from your experience working abroad, and how did these change you as a person? Most important lessons.
Most important lesson. Again, I'm fortunate to work with a Jewish family. I'm looking after a lady for 11 years already. And then she's Jewish, a victim of the war. And I'm looking at another lady before her. I'm looking after another lady for 8 years, also Jewish. So that means in their culture and community, they're very respectful. They have very good respect. They have a lot of respect to their parents. And the children are very loving to their parents and grandparents. That's the first thing. And second, it's a big sin for them to be chismosa, to talk about other people. So that's the first lesson I taught my children. And if you can see, I don't know to you if you know Angel, but when I ask Angel about somebody, I would never hear her talk negative about other people. Lang magko-complain. My teacher gives a lot of quizzes, but that's it. Nothing really negative, especially to her friends. Most importantly, just to be strong. Because you're here, ikaw mag-isa. You have to be strong for your family, and consider about other people, consider the feelings of other people. Why? Me, I may have a good life, I may have a comfortable life here, but when I see other Filipinos, sometimes you walk. Sometimes I like people watching. So when I meet, you just walk in the street and you see Filipinos, and then you see them, how sad they are, or maybe how happy they are, and then sometimes I think, pag nakakwentuhan mo, one has 6 children, has to provide. Yung isa, sorry to say, niloko siya ng asawa niya, parang gano'n. Or yung isa, anong tawag doon, sinasaktan siya ng employer niya, kinukurot siya ng employer niya. So it was very, very difficult. Kailangan intindihin natin yung feelings ng iba. So if you feel fortunate, if they ask you, okay, but don't brag about it. I mean, because merong iba na malalim din ang pinagdadaanan. And you have to give privacy to them then. Kasi, or maybe just be there for them. Kasi it really feels upsetting or heartbreaking to see other OFWs experiencing the hardships and difficulties of life.
What do you miss most about the Philippines?
Of course, my children. My children. Yeah, of course. I don't know if you'll judge me about it, but I left Angel when she was 9 months old and Tintin when she was 5 months old. I really, really miss them. Hindi ko man lang naamoy ang pagkamaasim nila. The food. I miss asadong isaw. I miss balot. All these things. I miss my family, my parents. I left my parents when they were 52 years old. My mom is 50 now. She's 70. I really miss them. I wasn't able to look after them and spend time with them. My sister, she was so makulit before. So now, talkative na. I always hear her every day. Thank you to new technology because hindi ako masyadong na-homesick or na-miss lahat-lahat yun. Kasi I talk to them like my sister lives in Birmingham. I talk to my Philippine family more than her because I can talk to them 20 times a day. Gigising ako 2 a.m. just to say hi, Mom. And then till in the afternoon say, Mom. And that's nakakatakot yun pag Mom. And then, what else? I can see them in CCTV as well. So, minsan mas ano pa ako mas nakikita ko pa sila madalas. Sometimes nakikita ko sila sasakay sa kotse, mga ganon. So, that's a big thing. Ano pa yung namimiss ko? Pagkain, pamilya, celebrations. Being able to celebrate with my family. Celebrate birthdays, celebrate New Year's. I used to celebrate Christmas. Ngayon, hindi na. Sorry, kasi Jewish people don't have Christmas. So, I have to work on Christmas. No, that's it really. Again, you might think hindi naman pala mahirap sa abroad. Mahirap. It just happens. I'm really fortunate to be able to live with a family who treats me as part of the family. So I have a family here. My employer is my family. And that's good. But mahirap sa abroad. Yeah.
Speaking of, to end po, what advice would you give to someone who is considering working abroad?
Yes, I know somebody who just came here and she's just 1 year, not here, in other abroad. I have to call her. I said, I have to give her advice. First, be strong. Because it's very challenging to be abroad. Second, you have to know the reasons why you were there. And it should be a good reason. And think of that reason para tumagal ka sa abroad. Because otherwise, mahihirapan ka. Second, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget your family. Don't forget all the people who helped you. And give back in return. Magbigay ka, magbalik ka. It must be to help your parents, to help your children, or maybe kung meron kang extra, kung may humingi ng tulong sa'yo na genuinely tumulong sa humingi ng tulong, may sakit, yan, magbigay ka. And don't forget to look after yourself. Kasi pag nagkasakit ka, wala kang maasahan kundi ang sarili mo lang. And also, make yourself happy. Importante yon. Sabi nila, selfish mo naman, pinapasaya mo sa hindi. Paano ka makakapagpasaya ng ibang tao kung ikaw hindi ka masaya? So ang kasiyahin mo, kung ang kasiyahan mo is papasaya ang pamilya mo, just give. If you like seeing them happy, magbigay ka lang kasi yun ang magpapasaya sa'yo. Huwag mong isipin na, you have to, magtira ka sa sarili mo. Yeah, but, that's what makes me happy. That's what keeps me going. So, yun. Yeah, and also important, avoid vices, temptation, kasi ang mga Pinoy nalulungkot sa abroad. So, temptation, Facebook yan, especially online gambling. Yung mga bisyo, talo tayo dun. So, kailangan clean living lang.
Yeah, take care of your health.
Yeah, take care of your health, true. Yun talagang importante kasi, especially me, it took 18 years for me to register for a doctor. So, for 18 years, hindi ako makapunta sa doktor. Thanks God, hindi ko sila kinailangan. Pero, yeah, mahirap. So, and I know you're not asking it. Advice for Filipino workers. And please, may advice din ako para sa mga anak. I'm so proud of my children. And thank you for that. Pero para sa ibang mga anak na may mga parents or OFWs, please be considerate to them. Kasi ang tendency, ang iniisip natin, nasa abroad, mayaman, maraming pera. Hindi. Yung pera, pinaghihirapan niya. Kung hindi mo alam kung ilang luha o maybe tugo or kurot or sabunot ang naranasan ng magulang, ilang lamig na naranasan niya, ilang sakit, ilang iyak. So, be considerate. Do something for your parents na mabibigyan mo sila ng happiness, joy, and pleasure. Really, thank you, Angel and Tintin, for doing that for me. You didn't make it too difficult for me to be away from you. Kasi alam ko na makikita mabuti. Sana, to all children, o ibang tao, pag nakita kayo may abroad, kung sabi, dami mo ng pera niyan. No. Kasi masakit din, kasi hindi mo alam, wala siya. Kasi they have to provide for their family. They have to help their family. They have to provide for their parents. So be considerate. And do something na makakapagpasaya sa kanila. And communicate. Always communicate with them. Kasi mahirap ma-homesick. Yun lang.
Yes.
Thank
you for those.
May nakalimutan ako. Kasi sabi niyo, paano ako nakarating dito? It was unexpected. I was just a chaperone of my lola to come here and visit my sister. You don't know, siya hindi nabigyan ng visa, ako nabigyan. I said, why would I go there? So somebody said to me, my father said, just go there, see England. I went here. And then everything happens, nag-click lang. It was destiny. I think there are things na kailangan kong matutunan dito na hindi ko natutunan dyan. There, all I did was study. It was like a race. It's always a competition there. Kailangan makakuha ng grades. Kailangan kumita ko marami kasi mahirap ang buhay. I have to do things for myself and for my children there. Nung nakarating ako rito, doon ko natutunan na hindi lang pala umiikot sa akin ang mundo, hindi lang pala umiikot sa mga anak ng mundo. Meron pa rin pala akong magulang, may kapatid ako, may pamangkin ako, meron taong nangangailangan ng tulong. At meron din pala akong kailangang matutunan aside from finance, material things. Just be considerate. Yun lang. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom.